I was a kid growing up, there were two things I loved more than anything else. The first was McDonald's. And I never had like a coming of age ceremony when I was growing up. So for me, when my dad was ready to order the usual Happy Meal for me, this one time when I was about 10, I put my hand on his hand and said, "No, Dad, today I want the Big Mac meal." I think that was the day that I became a man. The second thing, a lot of my friends growing up had these sports heroes that they really looked up to, like Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky. Mine was a little bit different. I really looked up to a guy named Gordon Bombay. And if you don't know who that is, he's the head coach of the fictional Mighty Ducks hockey team. A group of players who are terrible at hockey, but then go on to win like all the championships. So, I grew up and I graduated college and I got a job teaching at a middle school in Philly. And my second year teaching, there's a group of middle school girls who really want to start a basketball team. And they've never played before in their lives. And I'm like, this is great. Like I'm finally gonna get my chance to be Gordon Bombay. And not only that, but it's like perfect for this story. Like one of the main girls who wanted to start the team, her name, I'm not kidding, her name was Destiny. And Destiny, it was 2007, and Destiny loved this thing that had just started to become popular called YouTube. And on YouTube, there was this viral video of these two guys rapping about chicken McNuggets. And the song went, "I'm into nuggets, y'all, I'm into nuggets, y'all, McNuggets, McNuggets, what?" And she would always sing it in the car, and she asked me if we could go to McDonald's. And I knew, like, growing up, my parents would only let us go to McDonald's if something special had happened. Like if we had won a big game, or they were really tired. And so I said, "Destiny, sure, we'll go to McDonald's, but we have to win a game first." And that was a problem. Like, we were not good at all. Like, we were so bad that, like, the referees stopped calling violations on us. Other parents from the other teams would rise up anytime we got the ball across half court and start clapping for us and cheering for us and going crazy anytime we got anything like a shot off. But there was one other team that was just as bad as us, and we met them one day, and we had a really exciting game. It looked like a rugby match. And we lost that game by 1 point. However, we went to the playoffs. And you might be wondering, how did we make the playoffs? Because in youth sports these days, everybody makes the playoffs. So we get killed in the first round by the best team in the league, and we're playing in the double elimination round against this really bad team again. We have a great game. We're losing by 1 point with 1 minute left, and we've scored more points than I think we've scored all season. The score is 7-6. And I'm worried that the season's gonna end and we're not gonna be able to get Destiny her chicken McNuggets. But one of our girls gets fouled. And she goes to the free throw line. Now, I don't think we've made a foul shot all year. But she makes the first shot. So now it's tied 7-7. And I'm freaking out because, like, I don't think I've ever been in this situation before. Like, do I just ask the other coach, do we cut our losses, call it a tie, go home? But she gets up to take the second shot. And that day, we dined at McDonald's. Yeah. And I don't know if the girls would say it was the day they became women. But I do know that Destiny got her chicken McNuggets that day, and I finally got my Gordon Bombay moment. Thank you. All right.